For this practice, find a position that's comfortable and supported. If you're upright, do your best to bring your rib cage over the pelvic bowl, and then to gently bring your head more or less over the rib cage. I happen to be leaning on a wall for a little extra support. You're welcome to use your furniture. You're welcome to lie down. If you like to practice with your eyes open, see if you can soften your gaze a little bit. That can affect the tension in the muscles that you use for breathing. And you might see also if you can take your gaze down to the floor in front of you and see if that helps relax the muscles in the back of your head. And if you'd rather practice with your eyes closed, that's okay too. We'll start by noticing the breath just as it is right now. It might be flowing easily, or it might be really challenging. See if you can just let it be okay for the breath to be the way that the breath is right now. And at the same time, know that the breath can change. And this is a moment in time. You might find that parts of the breath are flowing more easily than others. Start to tune in now to where in the body you're feeling the breath moving the most. And with that, you might find some awareness that there are places in the body where the breath is almost not present at all. It might feel a little more restricted. So you're just going to notice what is. And then as we do this practice, you'll just let the breath do whatever it does. So do your best to just let the body breathe. And what we'll do is we'll shift our awareness as we move through this practice. So you'll start by focusing in on the front of the body, the chest and the belly. And just notice where there might be breath movement or sensation. And see if you can notice the movement of the inhale and the exhale equally. Sometimes we kind of discount the exhale as a lack of an inhale, but the exhale is its own experience. Feeling the breath move through the front of the body. And then as you're ready, you can bring your attention around to the side body, noticing the spaces between the armpits and the hips, and just see if you're feeling some breath sensation or breath movement through this area. If it's not there, you don't need to force it to go there, just be curious. If you're feeling breath in the side body, notice the inhale and the exhale equally. And when you're ready, shift your attention around to the back of your body. Just let the breath continue to flow in its own rhythm. If you have something against your back, like a wall or the floor, you may be able to feel some sensation in the skin as you inhale and exhale. And you may also be able to feel or imagine some movement through the spine or the ribs. Maybe you can even feel the space on the inside of your rib cage as your lungs expand and contract with each breath. And then without changing the way that you're breathing, bring your attention up towards the top of your torso so that you're noticing the upper ribs, the collarbones, the tops of the shoulders. And just get curious about whether there's any breath movement up in this area. There's no need to force it. If you're feeling breath in the upper torso, you might see if that sensation travels any further afield. Sometimes we can feel breath down into the arms or hands or up into the head. Sometimes we can't. And then lastly, bring your attention down to the very bottom of your rib cage. This is right where your diaphragm muscle is located. The diaphragm attaches into your bottom ribs all the way around and then down into the front of your spine, pretty far down in the low back. As you breathe in, you may be able to feel your diaphragm pressing down from the heart into the belly. If you can feel that downward movement with the inhale, you might be able to trace its momentum all the way through the abdominal organs, maybe down into the pelvic floor at the base of the pelvis, maybe all the way down into the legs and feet. And maybe you can't. Either way is okay. If you're feeling that downward motion of the inhale, notice as you exhale that everything draws back to the heart. Maybe now you can expand your attention and feel all of the directions of movement of your breath at once. Breath in the front, sides, and back of the body. Upper torso, maybe down into the lower body somewhat. And we'll just rest for a moment, feeling the whole body breathing. And whenever you're ready, release the practice and take your time coming back into the world. I hope you have a beautiful day.